I guess people are going to continue to put on airs like there's some kind of superhuman and they can defy a virus or something. Nobody is believing this about you, nor have we ever believed this about you. You need to quit already. So, this story came out on the New York Post. Washington choir rehearsal turns deadly after CV kills two. This is March 30th, 2020. A Washington State choir rehearsal is now considered a super spreading event for CV. So there are a total of 60 choir members. Out of 60 choir members, 45 got CV, two died. This is from one rehearsal. Wow. So 45 attendees fell ill and two died, according to a new report. The Skagit Valley Choirel held a rehearsal at Mount Vernon Presbyterian Church earlier this month, despite reports that a highly contagious bug had started to invade the state. At the time, no cases have been reported in the county. Schools and businesses remained open, and large gatherings had yet to be officially prohibited, according to the report. This was on March 6th. An email, a choir conductor, Adam Burdick, informed 121 members that the scheduled rehearsal would proceed amid the stress and strain of concerns about the virus. I'm planning on being there this Tuesday, March 10th, and hoping many of you will be too, he wrote. 60 members showed up for a rehearsal that lasted 2.5 hours, according to the LA Times. A greeter offered hand sanitizer at the door. It seemed like a normal rehearsal, except that choirs are huggy spaces, Burdick told the paper. We were making music and trying to keep a certain distance between each other. 8 singers who spoke to the Times said no one at the rehearsal appeared ill. But nearly 3 weeks later, dozens of members started to feel ill. All 28 singers who were tested for the deadly bug were found to be infected. Health officials told the paper another 17 exhibited symptoms but never got tested, either because the tests were unavailable or because they believed that only the most severe cases were eligible. 2 singers died of the infection, according to the report. The youngest to fall ill was 31, but the average age was 67, officials said. Wow. Some members experienced the well known symptoms of the bug: fever, cough, shortness of breath. Others felt fatigue, achy, and still others had nausea and diarrhea, the Times reported. Burdick developed a fever of 103, and his wife Lorraine got sick too. Even though the couple attempted to keep their distance from each other for a week. The choir outbreak adds weight to the theory that the virus can be transmitted through microscopic aerosols, experts told the paper. even though the World Health Organization has downplayed that possibility. James Lloyd Smith, an infectious disease researcher at UCLA, told the paper that members likely expelled viral particles into the air during rehearsal. Yeah, you're singing. So if you're singing, yes, you would be, the moment you start singing, remember, it's just like talking. You can be in the room with someone. The moment that person starts talking or singing, then the virus is airborne at that point. One could imagine that really trying to project your voice could also project more droplets and aerosols, Smith said, because 3/4 of the members either tested positive or showed symptoms. The choir outbreak can be considered a super spreading event, according to Smith. Local health specialists said the virus was most likely carried through the air by asymptomatic choir members. So these were choir members that did not show any symptoms, but they did have the virus. That's all we can think of right now. Wow. It's just normal, random people doing things that they'd love to do. And all of a sudden, some people are dead, said member Carolyn Comstock, who became ill along with husband Jim Owens and has since recovered. It's very sobering. Wow. You would think that, a lot of people, probably at that time, because it was still fairly early in the month, did not realize how contagious this thing really was. So, out of 60 people in the same room, 45 got ill. So, that's the majority. It got the majority of the people in that room. So, it was just a small amount of people, 15 people that didn't get it. That says a lot. And this it should also be a lesson to everybody on how contagious this thing really truly is. And they all got it just by spending 2.5 hours around each other. But remember, the particles can remain in the air for 3 to 4 hours. So as long as they were rehearsing and singing, it was lingering all around them the whole time. It's scary that something like this can happen, but this is what we're looking at. And again, this is why Trump can't determine that everybody should go back on the 12th of April, because this whole thing hasn't been resolved and it's still highly contagious and still spreading all throughout the country. If you send everybody to work, you're going to have 1 million infected people in no time and thousands of people just dying from this thing. Very easy. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.